Hello everyone, welcome to Couch Co-op.
Welcome to Couch Co-op. I'm Dan, and this is John.
And we are the team bringing you to this fabulous channel. And we're just two guys.
And this is our channel. This is what we do. We just fucking sit around, play games, talk to each other, hang out, and So, I want to play Banjo Kazooie. And while I'm getting this set up, John's going to introduce the history of the channel and kind of what led us to this point and what we've been doing, just to get here, pretty much. So what is the history of the channel? What have we been doing for the better part of a year and a half, pretty much?
Well, for about a year and a half, we've literally just been playing as many retro games as we could on the Nintendo Wii. We've played through...
Well, it all started with Skyrim.
Oh, yes.
And what we would do is we would just sit on the couch and we would just talk and play games. And just play through Skyrim. John would play and we'd hang out and talk and we'd make cooperative decisions on how to build a character and, not really what quests to take, but just co-op stuff.
We made some pretty awesome characters, too.
Yeah, we made some pretty fucking funny characters, too. So it started with Skyrim, and then we moved on to Fallout 4.
That was fun.
Yeah.
We made a lot of fun characters. Remember, what was his name? Oh, God.
Hobo Fred, or whatever his name
it was. Hobo Fred.
Crazy Fred, or whatever.
Yeah, Crazy Hobo Fred.
Yeah.
And literally all we did was we just put all of our perks into Idiot Savant, Luck. It was a luck-based run.
No, that was... Okay, so that was kind of, sort of Idiot, or Crazy Fred, but we did him with a shotgun build.
Yeah.
And then we just got bored and we used cheat codes just to play around with the perks, and we discovered that we can teleport to the person in under a frame and stab them. So then we decided to redo that one, and we made a character build that's based off of luck. And based off of that, the Blitz perk, to where you can just teleport to them in less than a frame and just stab, and they're dead.
Which was fucking awesome.
And that was so fun.
Because you would work on getting your critical up, so you take the perks to stack crits.
Yeah.
So you just activate 4 crits in a row on a juggernaut, what were those behemoths?
Yeah.
Fucking one shot at a behemoth one time. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Then we found a legendary switchblade.
Yeah, that was minus 25 AP per attack. So it's just stab times 50. Oh, we're going to use a crit. By the time our AP is up, we built up another crit. We critted three times before he died. And then our AP regenerated really fast.
Yes. Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
So it started with that, and then we eventually kind of just petered out. We'd kind of game hop a bit. And then we discovered that the Wii is great for retro games.
Oh, yes.
So then what started us on the retro game path is we started playing the original Zelda. Because neither of us had ever played it before. So we're just hey, let's play original Zelda. I've never played it, you've never played it. So what we would do is we made our own map on John's easel as we went about it. And we handed off the controller here and there. He would do a dungeon and then explore the overworld until he got to the next dungeon, and then I'd take over that dungeon. And then we would just switch off like that.
And it was super cool because then, anytime we'd ever find a secret, we would jot it down on this homemade map that we made. And then, I don't know, there was just something about it that was, really awesome.
Yeah.
Really brought you back to, the old school, 90s, sitting on your couch, playing a co-op game. Now it's all online. You don't have that buddy on the couch with you anymore.
Yeah.
You can't do LAN or anything. So we've because of that, we decided, well, we like playing retro games. So why not record us playing them and putting them on YouTube? Meh, everyone else is doing it, why not?
John's really been wanting to start up the YouTube scene for a long while.
Oh god, yeah.
And I'm not 100% for it, but I have nothing against it. So I'm like, might as well.
I mean...
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, well, why not? What's the worst that can happen? We get no views, and it's like, oh shit, we played games for no reason.
Yeah. We had fun. We entertained ourselves. We don't care if anyone else is not entertained.
Exactly. Man, come on, like, it's not going to make any money off of this. So, we figured the first game for the channel would be Banjo Kazooie. Primarily because, well, for one, it's my favorite game. Like, ever. It's probably one of my most favorite games, and Dan has never played it.
I've never played it. So, following the theme of us picking games that we've never played, I've never played this, and John's really familiar with it. So we figured, why not? Because I'm not that great when it comes to super old school platformers. Like, we played Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
And later on in the game, it just got to the point where it took me 45 minutes to pass a single level.
Thank God for save states, because we would have had to restart so many times.
Yeah.
But that game got really difficult. Like,
It did.
It's bearable up until the 4th zone. I think it's the ice level.
Yeah, up until like the 8th or 7th level, whatever the next to last level is.
Yeah, and then like with the ice, it threw in blizzard, so you like lost visibility, or the wind would pick up, so it would throw you further. Just a bunch of bullcrap. And then yeah, the oil level right before the final boss, having to deal with those timed mechanics of the oils, the fire and the oil barrels that float in the fucking air.
Yeah. Mainly what it is for me is I'm fine with like platformers, like kind of casual platformers like this, but I'm really bad when it comes to split-second timing, pixel-precise platforming.
So like,
And
do you think you'd be pretty decent at Crash Bandicoot?
yeah, stuff like that I would enjoy quite a lot.
Because apparently the Insane Trilogy is, everyone's calling it the Dark Souls of retro gaming or something stupid.
Which is stupid.
People suck and don't know how to play a game correctly.
No.
They're
too used to bloop Mega Man.
I know, but like, I bought the Insane Trilogy, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's really fucking hard. You're not gonna be able to beat it. It's Dark Souls," and I absolutely hate Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's not our game.
No.
We tried playing it, and we just really didn't get into it.
No. Like, it's one thing to be difficult, but if you just put a bunch of bullshit out there just to piss your player off, that's not difficult. That's just poor game design.
Well, I think...
Like, I shouldn't have to... Like, as soon as I load the game up, I shouldn't die.
Well, like
oh, you pressed start.
Yeah, you're
Game
dead.
over. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
Alright, and then you're like, what'd I do wrong? I'm gonna walk into this door instead. Oh, there's a spike. You fucking died again. Good job.
I think what it is... What is this? I'm an extra honeycomb piece. Collect 6 of us to increase your...
Yeah, they're like the heart containers in Zelda.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm. But like with Dark Souls, I think what it is... Yeah, I got nothing.
It's just really hard, and it's not even a good hard. Like, it's challenging because it's poorly designed. Like, it's hard for the sake of being hard without having any reason why. But anyway, back to Crash Bandicoot.
I think what it is with that is it's, at least for us, is it's too vague, like story-wise. Because me and John love story. And Dark Souls is just super vague on story. It's there, but it's not that good.
It's so fucking vague on story. It's nuts. And I hate it.
So that, I mean, we could probably handle the difficulty if it had good story and if it explained things.
Yeah, like if we actually had investment in the game, like if we had a real reason to do what we're doing, yeah, we could probably deal with it, like you said. But the fact the game's like, oh, you're dead.
Like it gives you an
the
item.
world.
Like it gives you an item and it doesn't tell you what the item does. You just kind of figure it out and then you're like, oh shit, well that increases aggro. It's not what I wanted. I'm a mage.
Yeah, and then like you'll use the item and it's gone forever until you get another one. So you're like, well, I guess I know for next time.
Yeah, and there's just a vague description on what it is, but not what it does.
But yeah, like the Crash Bandicoot game, the first one at least on the Insane Trilogy, is where everyone was, comparing it to Dark Souls. And I honestly didn't see why. It really wasn't that hard of a game, but maybe it's because I'm just really good at platformers, or people just really fucking suck. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but come on, it's not really that hard of a game. Like, there was probably 4 levels in that entire game that made me literally want to fucking throw my controller, or I've caught myself literally screaming, saying, "Are you fucking serious? Come the fuck on." Or my favorite was, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." Because I can't tell you how many times I would try to make a jump and I just didn't fucking time it properly. The 4 levels, there was 2 bridge levels in that game, and Jesus Christ, they're probably the hardest goddamn levels I've ever played. Because the whole mission is you have to jump it's literally precise platforming, jumping forward the whole time over this bottomless pit with very, very small bridges to land on, and then they break behind you, or if you don't land on the correct one, they break below you.
Oh yeah.
So it's all about muscle memory by trial and error. And then after a while, after you play it so often, I just got into this zone where I didn't even think, I just jumped, and I eventually beat it. So like, it's all about rhythm and timing, and it's difficult, but it's a good difficult. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Speaking of games like that, I was that same way on XG3.
Yeah.
You know that futuristic motorcycle game?
Oh yeah, that game was freaking fun.
So
hard, but fun.
So there was a point where I played it, and I couldn't pass a certain level. I probably played it for like freaking hours, right? And I just could not pass it.
Yeah.
So that later on that day, I went to my friend's house, and I was talking to her, or I was just talking to him because it was like some party or whatever.
Right.
And I was just waiting for him to show up and get everything going. And I brought my PS2 to play that game while I was waiting. And I was talking to her and not really focusing on the game too much. And I was winning race after race after race in first place. And it was all just from instinct, just from half paying attention muscle memory, because they were just like twitch reflexes at that point.
Isn't that crazy how some of those games work like that, though?
And like you said, I had spent hours. I had spent so long focusing hard on the game, and I just couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. The instant I kind of half paid attention and just let my instincts take over, I won race after race.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just crazy how that works. And then there's 2 bridge levels. So like the first one, they're basically teaching you how to do the second one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the first one's difficult as shit. And then they're like, but don't worry, it gets harder.
Yeah, they're like, don't worry, life gets worse.
So then like you get to the second bridge level and it's the same damn thing, except they throw in these turtles that you have to jump on, flip them over, and then use them to bounce over to the next square.
Oh.
So not only do you have to, like, so instead of giving you full control of your jump, it's in the arms of a fucking turtle. Like, it's in the turtle's hands to make sure you jump far enough. So, those 2 levels alone really fucking hammer it in. Precision jumping. They fucking teach you how to be precise.
Yeah.
And that's good, because the game does it in such a way that it's difficult, yes, but they give you, before you actually start the difficult part of the level, a small little buffer zone without, like, to teach you how the level's going to work, or how this new mechanic they're trying to throw at you is going to work, instead of stopping you, throwing a fucking window in front of you with a wall of text saying, hey, here's how you play our game. Yeah. Instead, they'll give you a piece of bridge that has a couple of jump panels on it, and you're like, okay, this is going to be a level where I got to jump forward.
Yeah.
And then they start throwing an enemy or 2 in at you, and you're like, okay, so there's enemies. And then after that, they kick the training wheels off and throw you down the fucking steepest cliff on your bike and say, all right, don't fuck up. And then you're good to go. Like, that was good. But then there was the level right before the last, which is bullshit. Like, it dealt with switches,
Okay.
a switch mechanic. And some switches would open a door, and some switches would close a bottomless pit for you to walk over. That level blew my mind because it was so goddamn hard. I will admit that level was excruciatingly difficult, and I almost quit for a while, but I don't know, I just stuck with it and beat it after. Like, after you learn the level, after you played enough times, it just kind of becomes second nature, and you just go through it.
Yeah.
And what was kind of cool, though, what I liked about it was, like, the whole game is training you, break boxes. If you see a bundle of boxes, break them all. Might as well, because you get good shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, the final level, you're in the main bad guy's base. So then you see this, I saw this bundle of boxes, and I'm like, cool, all the apples.
Yeah.
I break it, and there's a fucking TNT in there, and it blows me up.
Ah.
So they trick you, and you're like, well, goddamn,
Yeah,
that
they're
was
like,
awesome.
hey, boxes are good, but they can also be really bad, so kind of pick your poison.
Yeah, and they don't tell you that till the very last level. So, like, they condition you to break every box, and in the last level, they're like, oh, by the way.
Yeah, and then they fuck with that conditioning.
Which is awesome, because because you're no longer in your home territory. You're in his home field. You're in his base, which is cool. So why be the gameplay fair for you? You know, you're the away team. Which I really liked the game. I just don't... long story short, I guess, I don't see why people thought it was so damn hard.
And I've never played Banjo Kazooie. We'll get... Or, wait, not Banjo Kazooie. Crash Bandicoot. I've never played Crash Bandicoot, but I'm sure we'll get to that eventually.
Oh, yeah.
There are certain games that John's never played that I have, so I'm looking forward to seeing him play them.
Oh my god, I can't wait till we get to play Metroid. The original Metroid on the NES.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's gonna be awesome. Oh shit, you've already finished the tutorial?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's awesome. Alright, well, next time on Couch Co-op.
Yep, next time on Couch Co-op. See you then.
See ya.
Yeah, it's probably as good as we're going to get. What?